to On Cinema Review, the show where we review On Cinema and we talk about movies and we talk about going to the movies every week. Today we have a very special guest all the way from Chicago, our very own cook, Gary Knotts. Welcome to the show, Gary.
Hi.
So you're probably wondering, where's Derek? He usually sits right here next to me. Well, actually Derek's probation ended today, so he's at home and he's watching all the episodes of On Cinema that he's missed. He started at episode 1 and is going all the way to the most recent episode. So he's been texting me all day saying I can't make it, but I've got a lot of things to say about On Cinema, and I can't wait for next week because he'll be here talking to us. But this week we got Gary here. Gary, what did you think about On Cinema? Did you get to see it?
Well, yeah, you sent me a couple. Videos there, and I know they reviewed. I think it was Fantastic Four and Ant-Man, and I didn't really get it.
Well, On Cinema is a show with Tim Heidecker, he's a movie critic, and Gregg, a film expert. And they basically review movies and they talk about what movies are good and what movies might not be good. And if they're bad, they tell you not to go, and if they're good, they tell you to go see the movie every week.
Yeah. Okay. So what are we doing here?
Well, we're reviewing that show.
Right. Is there ever like a bad episode of On Cinema?
No, so far, the audience has been blessed. They've all been great episodes.
Do they ever do anything different on the show other than review two movies? Like, is there anything
No.
a surprise, or is it always just 5 bags?
Well, they give different ratings if they're bad movies, but they just review 2 movies.
Have they ever given a different rating?
Not in a long time. The Hollywood's just been pumping out Fantastic movies after Fantastic Four movies year after year. It's been a great time for moviegoers.
You're telling me that you're reviewing a review show that marks every single movie as 5 bags of popcorn, 5 stars, and you review that as 5 slices of za every single week. You're telling me that makes sense to you?
They might not always be 5 bags of popcorn.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. No. It doesn't make any sense. If it's the same thing every week, then
we've just been in really good times as moviegoers. We're in an unprecedented era of movies where every movie, year after year, week after week, is excellent.
But I think it's a little silly. I think it's a little silly to be on this show. The fans probably. Do you even have fans for this show?
No,
I don't think there's a huge demand for seeing the same content every week.
People love it.
It's the same thing every time. I think this doesn't really make sense. I think you're misled.
Makes great sense.
I think you're misled. I think you have your idols, your heroes are, they got you strung around your little fingers. In reality, they don't really know what they're talking about. They're just average Joes like you and I, and they're not really heroes. I think what they say is probably wrong and misled. Do they even watch the movies that they review?
Of course they watch the movies. You don't understand what we're trying to do.
You know what? I think it's a waste of my time to be on the show today. I think it's a waste of your time and all this effort, waste of money. Look at this amazing camera. You have an amazing sound system. We got off-screen microphones. We got boom mics. We got lighting, and all of this just to go towards a waste of time. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of the audience's time. It's a waste of little JJ over there in the corner, Triple J. Jim James Jr., he's even eaten today. He's your newborn baby. He's like 3 hours old, and you haven't even fed the guy.
Don't be talking about my son.
Look, all I'm saying is I think your priorities are a little messed, and that this show isn't as important as you're making
You're
it up.
shitting all over my show. You're talking smack about my newborn kid. Oh, what, you come all the way from Chicago just to make fun of me? No, because you're banned from reviewing On Cinema. You don't get the privilege to review On Cinema. Get the f*** out of my house. Get off my couch.
You cannot. You can't just ban me after dragging me out of my work. I took sick days for this. I'm gonna take your kid with me. I'm gonna call children's aid.
Don't touch my kid.
I'm gonna call children's aid.
Well, Derek will be back next week. I guess this episode was 2 slices. I can't wait for Derek to come back. JJJ!